Welcome to Furniture Redesigned by MBM. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For today's project, we'll be working on this old dresser. We're going to upgrade it. As you can see, this is a pretty large piece and is missing a couple pieces of the hardware. And while I was inspecting it, I opened the drawer and it is a piece by Jamestown. And I checked up on the Jamestown, and the company was started in the 1800s and was around until the mid 50s. So this piece is from the late 50s, early 60s, from the style of it. So I'm sure I can locate hardware to match what's here. I did get this piece for free from Facebook Marketplace. I went to pick up a piece that I purchased, and this piece, she was sitting on the curb because they were forced to move. And so she left this piece and one other piece that I did pick up. So I'm ready to start cleaning the dresser. I'll be using TSP today to clean my piece, but before we clean, let's pull the drawers and remove the hardware. Also, I'm checking to make sure all my glides are in place in my drawer as I remove the hardware. Again, I am going to save this hardware and reuse it. I've already mixed my TSP with warm water for cleaning. My cleaning is done, and as you can see, this piece was pretty nasty. So I'm going to go ahead and change the water so that we can rinse away the TSP. The dresser have been cleaned and rinsed and dry. Now it's ready for sand. Now I do want to sand to the bare wood, the top portion of my dresser. I probably should use a varnish remover, but I'm just gonna go ahead and sand through because the finish is pretty flaky. So I'm gonna start with an 80 grit sandpaper and sand the top of my piece. I'm starting with the 80 grit sandpaper because the top of the dresser has a lot of deep gouges. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started sanding it back. Okay, it's been about an hour and I'm still sanding, so I went to the store and picked up some citrus strip. And I'm going to use this to spray on the dresser and try to get some of the varnish off. I'm going to spray it and use this scraper to take off the varnish. 45 minutes later, I'm starting to use this plastic scraper and I'm just scraping off this top layer of varnish. I use mineral spirits to clean away the leftover citrus stripper. Now that I have my dresser all cleaned up from the stain remover, I took 120 grit sandpaper and went over my legs, and then I went to 180 grit. I still have to do the top of my dresser with a 220 or 240, and I will scuff sand the rest of the dresser. But before we do anything else, I want to go ahead and tape off to protect the legs of my dresser. The bottom half, the legs have been taped off, and now we're ready for paint. Today I'm using Diamond Hard paint in the satin finish. Now, Diamond Hard paint is an all-purpose paint, and it's also an enamel paint, so it goes on furniture really great and leave a diamond hard finish. I've already added my paint to a tray. I have my short handle angle brush as well as a roller. I will be using the brush to get into those corners and edges, and my roller to roll the flat surfaces. I know the first coat looks kind of blotchy, but trust, this is a dark color and it'll take 2 to 3 coats to cover it up. As long as you put it on like it should with full coverage, you don't have to use a sealer or a top coat with this enamel paint. Now that's one coat of paint on the dresser and the drawers, and I'm going to spin the camera around. The first coat should be dry on the dresser. And now we're going to just go ahead and add coat number 2. And like I said, it is a little blotchy, but that second coat will give you that full coverage. And then you'll add a third coat if you need any touch-ups. I'm going to take my short handle angle brush and cut into those hard to reach areas. My paint is dry and now I'm ready to stain my legs. Today I'm using Min Wax stain in the color Cherry Wood. But before I stain my legs, I want to protect my paint. So I peel the paint back from protecting the legs from paint. Now I want to tape off the top portion of my dresser so I don't get stain on the paint. Now I can go ahead and add my gel stain. I'm using a lint-free cloth and I'm just massaging the stain into the legs of my dresser. My legs are done. Now I have my dresser right side up. I've already taped off the top of my dresser to make sure that I don't get stain on the paint. And now I want to take a 220 grit sandpaper and I want to sand smooth the top of my dresser. This will be my final sand. I just want to make sure that everything is level and smooth as silk. When I'm done with my sanding, I use a lint-free cloth to clean the top of my dresser before adding the stain. I'm back and I'm ready to do my top coat. I'm using polyurethane in the gloss finish for my dresser top. I will be adding 2 to 3 coats of this because it is the top of the dresser and I want to make sure that I am protecting it. I'll also use it on the base or the legs of the dresser. And yes, I was forced inside because of the weather, and I am going to add the 3 coats to the top of the dresser and let it dry. The top coat is dry on my dresser. I painted all the hardware in black, matte flat paint by Rust-Oleum. I also added a clear coat. Now I couldn't find any hardware to match this, so I went on Amazon and found something very similar. I took it and I spray painted them all. Now I am moving them around on the dresser. I added the smaller ones to the top and the larger ones to the bottom drawers. I'm going to continue getting the handles or the pulls added to the dresser drawers, and we'll come back for the reveal. I absolutely love the color of the cherry wood. It took on a very natural color on top of the dresser. Off camera, I added a black liner to the inside of the drawers. And here's a closer look at the feet. The color is a perfect match to the top of the dresser. I think my dresser turned out absolutely beautiful, but you let me know in the comment section, what do you think? So if you're out there watching and you're not a part of the Furniture Redesign family, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And don't forget the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new videos. Let me say thank you to all my subscribers and thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.